evening, viewers. The global balance of power is entering a new and uncertain chapter. From Moscow to Washington, from Brussels to London, the race for supremacy in missile technology, defense, production, and strategic alliance has never been more intense. The rise of Russian firepower. Russia is flexing its military muscle once again. This month, President Vladimir Putin announced the successful test of the Brazilian nuclear cruise missile designed to fly across continents and evade every non-air defense system. Military experts describe it as a weapon built for the next war, capable of traveling more than 14,000 kilometers and remaining airborne for hours. Critics, however, warned it could become a flying Chernobyl if its nuclear engine malfunctions. Moscow has also expanded deployment of Iskander short-range ballistic missiles, Caliber C-launched cruise missile, and the Kilzin Hyperonisk missile, capable of striking targets within minutes of speeds above March 10th. For the Kremlin, this is not only about strength but survival. Putin says weapons guarantee Russian sovereignty in a world where the West seeks dominance. NATO's determined response. In Brussels and across European capitals, NATO leaders are answering that challenge. At the huge Summit 2025, the alliance approved a historic commitment. Each member state will raise defense spending to 5% of national GDP by 2035. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte said Europe must prepare for an era where deterrence is not optional. He revealed that Russia now produces as much ammunition in 3 months as NATO does in a year, posing a dangerous production gap that Western industries are racing to close. Security initiatives such as Operation Eastern Sentry have strengthened surveillance along NATO's eastern borders after repeated Russian drone inquiries into Poland and the Baltics. Meanwhile, European nations, including the UK, France, Germany, and Poland, are invested heavily in long-range strike systems like Storm Shadow, Scalp Egg, Naval Strike Missile, and in the next-generation missile defense shields such as Patriot and Sam Aster. The United States, still the global superpower. Across the Atlantic, the United States remains the cornerstone of NATO's military power and guardian of Western deterrence. America's strategic missile arsenal includes the Minuteman, ICBM, the Trident submarine-launched missile, and the B-25 Raider steel bomber now entering services. The U.S. is also pioneering hypersonic glide vehicles and directed energy weapons to stay ahead of Russia and China. Washington's message is clear. Any attack of NATO member will be met with the full collective response under Article 5 of Alliance Treaty. The U.S. Pentagon recently announced that over 100,000 American troops are stationed across Europe, highest level since the end of Cold War. American defense officials describe it as credible deterrence and visible commitment. The new arms race and global consequences. While the world superpowers accelerate weapons program, diplomatic channels are shrinking. Russia has suspended participation in several arms control treaties, while the US and NATO accuse Moscow of violating long-standing agreements. Analysts warn the world could be entering a post-threat era, where trust is replaced by technology and deterrence by dominance. Energy security, cyber defense, and space militarization are now at the heart of the global power struggle. European Union officials state that future wars may not begin with bombs, but with data breaches, satellite jamming, or all-controlled drones swarms. Expert voices and analysis. Defense analyst Dr. Mary De Vares of London University says Russia is moving faster than expected in hypersonics. Europe and America must combine technology, not compete in silos. Meanwhile, U.S. General James McAllister told Congress that the challenge is not only what Russia builds, but how quickly it is willing to use it. Hope for dialogue. Despite rising tensions, diplomats insist there is still room for dialogue. Both NATO and Russia have quickly resumed back-channel communication to avoid accidental escalation. European leaders are calling for a new framework of transparency to prevent misunderstandings that could ignite a border conflict. As a EU official put it, peace through strength must never become peace through fear. From nuclear missiles to cyber weapons, the world stands on the edge of a new strategic reality. The competition for military dominance is reshaping alliance, economy, and the very definition of security. Amid the tension, one truth remains: diplomacy, cooperation, and mutual restraint are humanity's strongest weapon. Stay informed, stay alert, and stay hopeful.